What's going on, Big Blue Nation? Sports fans all over the world. Welcome to That's on Giants. With me, your host, Shakes Montana, of course. And this is my final mock draft for the 2026 NFL draft that's coming up in less than a week away. So, without further ado, man, we had Daniel Jeremiah's, the Mel Kipers, the Ghost Dogs, the Black Mocks. Um, we had everybody do all these mock drafts, man. You got the Sunny Styles, you know what I mean? No disrespect to none of those guys. I like Sunny Styles. I love Sunny Styles. I love Caleb Downs. Anybody that you can name of. I love Francis Mauigoa, Ruben Bain, Carnell Tate, Mansour Dulane. You know what I'm saying? Vega, Iwane. You know what I'm saying? I love all these guys, man. Arvell Reese. You know, all these dudes are great guys, man. And for anybody that has their guy that they're zeroing on, awesome for you. But I'm banging the table for this draft right here. This final mock draft that I'm about to portray to y'all, if it happened this way, which we all know that ain't gonna happen, but if it did happen this way, ecstatic. If I can get two of these players on this mock draft, ecstatic. So in this episode, I'm gonna give y'all the final mock draft. I'm gonna explain to y'all why I made the pick I made when I made it, the process of what happened in this draft, and also the value from where I picked these players to where I have them on my big board. Okay? We're going to break all those down in this episode right here. So let's get to it, man. Without further ado, voila. Here is my my final mock draft for the 2026 NFL draft. So at number 5, we all know I've been banging the table for this all season, man. But Jeremiah Love, he was there on the board, and I say to y'all, and I will continue to say to y'all, if this dude is on the board, it shouldn't be any thought process behind it after that. Soon as the Titans or whoever makes the pick at number 4 makes their pick, and it is not Jeremiah Love, your pick should be in. And your pick should be Jeremiah Love. Shoot, you might as well have them say the Titans pick so and so, and the Giants pick Jeremiah Love. If you know what I mean, because that's you don't think no more about it. So at number 5, dynamic factor, Jeremiah Love in his backfield with a Scatterboo and a Tracy, with a Patrick Ricard, and with a renowned offensive line, I don't see how you stopping this. This is unstoppable. This is imposing your will on teams, and this is the most quarterback friendly thing that you can do at number 5 in this draft. So now we go on to the second round, which I traded with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I traded them to go down to 53, which they then gave me number 76. And they also gave me 105. Okay? Incredible value. Incredible value. And these are some of the things that could be possible come draft nights. But, so at 53, after making this trade, who was still on the board for me was Lee Hunter from Texas Tech. Now, that's incredible value, and we will get to that. But Lee Hunter plucks a run stuffing dude, and right here with these two picks, these first two picks, you automatically addressed the things that Harbaugh said in his press conference that he wants to attack, which is stopping the run and being able to run the ball. Oh, you definitely running the ball with Jeremiah Love, but you're definitely stuffing the run with Lee Hunter. All right. Now this is granted. Dexter Lawrence is still in the building. No trade has happened. Hopefully, no trade will happen. So let's keep our fingers crossed with that. Pay him his money, please. But Dexter Lawrence next to Lee Hunter, nasty. That's nasty work. That's stuff in the run. Okay? Now, you also picked up number 76, right? And you used that pick on a Chase Bison tennis. However you pronounce his name. I call him Bison. Alright? But you got that incredible value as well. Again, we'll get to that. But still sticking to the theme of running the ball and stopping the run. So now you got a dynamic running back. You got a run stuffing defensive tackle. Defensive lineman, as I call them, in a 3-4. And now you got an offensive guard that's going to help you and provide you the chance to run the ball with a Jeremiah Love. One of the things we were happy about when we drafted Barkley was we went in the second round and drafted Will Hernandez, if y'all can remember that. Now, didn't work out the way we wanted it to work out, but I think this will be way more different. So, at number 76, we took Chase Bison Tennis, however you pronounce his name, from Texas A&M. All right. Now you also picked up 105. 105. And what did I do with 105? I took my son, my dude, Harold Perkins Jr. from LSU. So now I got Harold Perkins Jr. going to be lined up next to Tremaine Edmonds for the future. And I don't have to throw him to the wolves because we got McFadden. But if he shows that he's way better than McFadden, fuck it. McFadden, you be a special teamer, motherfucker. Be a hard worker. But this is incredible value getting Harold Perkins right here. This is awesome. We're killing the draft so far. Alright? Now, we go in 145 and we take the wide receiver from Georgia, Kobe Young. Now that boy is a beast. If he can get and stay on the field and get his head together, nasty. He's a beast, bro. Boy 6'5" out here. You know what I'm saying? So now you got a wide receiver in the building for the future. Hopefully he can be a good number 2 going forward. And then you double down and say, all right, just in case JMS ain't shit, or JMS can't keep up with what's going on with the new regime of the New York Football Giants. When we sat there at 186 and took Yaga Burton from Kentucky, center, interior offensive lineman. I'm just saying, man, you know what I'm saying? Let that man learn. Or if he shows he's better than JMS, let him start, man. Best man start. Alright? Now you got 2 more picks in the 6th round. Back-to-back picks. And what did I do with it? Got another fucking offensive lineman. Damn right. So I went and got Boo Stevens. Boo Stevens at 192. Alright? Crazy. Incredible value. Alright? Boo Stevens from Iowa. Guard. Interior offensive lineman. So now we done brought in 3 interior offensive linemen from this draft. Alright? We got a wide receiver in the building. We got a linebacker in the building. We got a dynamic weapon in the building and a run stuffing defensive lineman in the building. What else could we do? So at 193, what I always told everybody we should do, a good organization would do. Take one of those 6 or 7 picks, those picks that those guys barely even make the team if they do make the team. So take one of those picks and choose a fucking kicker, bro. Choose a kicker. Choose the best kicker in this draft. Whether he's ready or not. If he's not ready, you hold him on the practice squad and then hide him until he is. But if he's ready now you got a kicker for the next 10 years, possibly. You feel me? That's what good organizations do. That's what Harbaugh does. He prioritized these kickers. So who did I draft? Dominique Zavada from Michigan. Boy got a boot, man. He got a boot. 50s and 60s is nothing to this boy. I'm trying to tell y'all. The boy nasty. Alright? So that's my final mock draft for y'all. Let's recap a little bit. At number 5, I took Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame, running back, offensive weapon, as I like to call him. Dynamic weapon. At 53, since I traded 37 and got a whole plethora of picks, I took Lee Hunter, defensive lineman, defensive tackle from Texas Tech. I turned around at 76 and took Chase Bison, tennis, interior offensive lineman guard from Texas A&M. And at 105, I took Harold Perkins Jr., linebacker from LSU. And at 145, I took Kobe Young, another one of my sons, wide receiver from Georgia. And then with the 3 6-rounders, I kept them, and I chose Yaga Burton, interior offensive lineman, center from Kentucky. In 192, I took Boo Stevens, offensive guard from Iowa. And then 193, finally, I took a kicker, Dominique Zavada from Michigan. All right, now let's look at some of the value from where I took them to where I got them on my big board. All right, so y'all can hear the page moving right now. Right, so at number 5, I took Jeremiah Love. I took him at number 5. On my big board, I got him at number 1. So incredible value. Getting the best player in the draft at number 5. Then at 53, I took Lee Hunter. And Lee Hunter on my big board is at 44. Alright? So not such an incredible value, but still good value right there at 53. Then at 76, I took Chase Bison Tennis, which this is the biggest value here. At 76, I got him at 29 on my big board. 29. So that's incredible value according to me. Harold Perkins at 105, I took him at. On my big board, I got Harold Perkins at 90. So I took him at 105, and on my big board, he's at 90. So each pick, we done got some good value here. Let's keep going. Kobe Young at 145. On my big board, I got Kobe Young at 95. Incredible value there. What about Yaga Burton at 186? On my big board, I got Yaga Burton at, what I got Yaga Burton at? 119. I got him at 119. Got him at 119 on my big board, but I drafted him on my mock at 186. Boo Stevens, drafted him at 192. On my big board, I got him at 115. And last but not least, Dominique Zavada. I took him at 193. Cause what the heck? You know what I'm saying? Plus, like I said, draft a kicker, man. But not much value there. I got him at like 200. So it is what it is. But still, all in all, incredible value draft here. We got nothing but great value, and we attacked what we said we want to attack, which is run the ball and stop the run. Now, with this draft, shoot, we ready to contend. We playoff contenders with this, and I'm happy with it. So, with that being said, Thank y'all for joining me on this mock draft. Did all that. Ain't put the music on. But it's all good. I hope y'all enjoyed this mock draft. Until next time. And enjoy the upcoming draft, man. This is draft week, man. It's like Christmas for us football fans. So y'all enjoy, man. I definitely will myself. And until next time, like I always say around this time. Good night.